welcome to the news update. The Speaker of National Parliament, Job Pomat, is well and on his way to Port Moresby on a chartered flight from Lorengau, Manus Province. He will be acting Governor-General in the absence of Grand Chief Sir Bob Dadai, who is on an overseas engagement and takes up his role when he arrives later today. The Speaker's office dispelled fake news circulating on social media about the Speaker's health condition and attributed this to people with ulterior motives. Police are working now to arrest the person who posted this information and called on Papua New Guineans to refrain from spreading false news. A rural community in Simbu Province is celebrating a milestone in education infrastructure, thanks to support from the World Bank. A brand new double classroom was officially opened at Gawakonda Primary School in Karawagi District last Friday. In Gawakonda Primary School in Karawagi District, Simbu Province, a new chapter in education has begun with the opening of a double classroom. The classroom was built under the Rural Service Delivery Project, or RSDP, funded by the World Bank and managed by the Division of Provincial Affairs and Local Level Government under the Simbu Provincial Administration. Simbu Province is one of 5 selected by the World Bank to pilot this initiative, with 53 projects already completed across 4 districts: Chuave, Sinasina Yongomul, Gumini, and Karawagi. RSDP manager Nixon Kawage proudly announced that Simbu ranks first among the participating provinces. Of the 53 projects delivered, 7 more are currently in progress, with Gawakonda's double classroom being the first completed of 33 school buildings planned. Vice Minister Sione reaffirmed the importance of collaboration with development partners like the World Bank.
Producing human resource Simbu and you looking at mountainous na stone na no apply something when something people believe me come no chance plan so chance come then you hold him na manage him na look out him good so you save him na bring him all upcoming leaders.
The classroom marks more than just a building. It symbolizes hope, progress, and the power of partnership in rural development. This development highlights the positive impact of international support in improving basic services in rural Papua New Guinea. 9 suspects were arrested in Kikori Gulf Province recently for allegedly transporting 7 bags of marijuana weighing 125.6 kilograms. Gulf Provincial Police Commander Chief Inspector Jeffrey Lem said the suspects are now detained at the Kikori police cell, awaiting court appearance. The 7 marijuana bags weighed 125.6 kg in total, with an estimated street value of around 100,000 kina in PNG. The suspects were apprehended after the police received a tip-off that the suspects were transporting marijuana from the Southern Highlands Province to Western Province. Papua New Guinea's music scene is in mourning the sudden passing of one of Barike Band's founding member, Matalau Nakikus. Known for pioneering the iconic Tolai rock sound, Nakikus helped shape the voice of a generation with hits like One Country and Rabaul Town. A teacher, lawyer, and cultural leader, his impact stretched far beyond music. As tributes pour in from across the country, many remember his role in uniting PNG through sound and story. Barike Band's lead guitarist and sound engineer Donald Lessie reflects on Matalau's legacy and the future of Barike without its founding voice.
I think 2 weeks ago, and I talked to him. Yeah, I texted him. I wanted to talk to him, and he talked to me and said he's a bit sick. He'll call me whenever he's ready.
Mm-hmm.
So he never called back until this morning. We make some news. So I'm really feeling it now. I'm really down with me. Me not explain him how, but me feel now.
Prime Minister James Marape has rejected a statement purportedly issued by the Minister for Commerce and Industry, Windaki, disputing the results of the investigation into the conduct of East New Britain Palm Oil Limited. Daki, in that statement, allegedly disqualified the findings of the investigation, labelling them as misconstrued. The Prime Minister clarified that the statement does not reflect the position of the government, nor does it override NEC decisions. He therefore reaffirmed NEC's endorsement of its final position on matters concerning East New Britain POL, and that the Cabinet's decision must be implemented without delay. The Madang provincial government has invested more than 2 million kina to purchase new machinery to enhance road construction and infrastructure development in the province. The machineries were launched at the Bates Oval in Madang last week and included an excavator, a grader, a bulldozer and a tipper truck. The machineries were purchased from ex-CMG Limited at a cost of approximately 2.3 million kina and will be under the custody of a newly registered company called Madang Transport and Logistics, a subsidiary of the Madang Development Corporation or MDC. Turning overseas, the Reserve Bank wants to end debit and credit card surcharges, saving consumers more than $1 billion a year. Small businesses have expressed concern they may end up covering the payment costs. The changes will take effect in a year's time after a period of consultation.
With every tap comes a cost.
Every time I get a coffee or anything else, always a surcharge, and I don't like it.
We are giving our hard-earned money to the surcharge.
Now the RBA wants surcharges banned.
Latte?
The manager of this cafe says if the ban goes ahead, she may have to raise prices to cover payment fees.
We can't keep wearing all these costs as a business. Everything has gone up.
The Reserve Bank says the proposal will save Australians $1.2 billion a year, about $60 per card user. It will cover both debit and credit cards operating on EFTPOS, Visa and MasterCard networks. Fees charged by card issuers to payment providers like banks, Square and Tyro and passed on to businesses will be lowered, saving them about $1.2 billion a year. Fees would also be published to help businesses find the best deals.
Many small businesses pay much more in terms of surcharges as a percentage than larger businesses do, so they shouldn't be left to carry the can.
Experts like Brad Kelly say the bank should shoulder the cost.
We are accessing our cash that's sitting in the bank. This is a bank problem that's being pushed onto small business and consumers.
Treasurer Jim Chalmers says the declining use of cash and the rise in electronic payments is seeing more Australians slug with surcharges. The RBA will now consult with businesses and the payments industry. If the card networks don't do what's proposed, the government could introduce new laws that ban surcharges. The changes are expected to come into effect next July.
Most people now find a builder or tradesperson online, but as Brisbane couple has learned, trusting the wrong person can leave you high and dry, no matter how professional they seem. They are now out of pocket thousands of dollars with their renovations unfinished and their builder in jail.
Skirting boards left unfinished, drill holes in the stairs and their brickwork a mess. It wasn't exactly what Leanne and Trent expected after paying thousands of dollars.
You feel so hopeless. You know, we spent nearly $8,000. It was simple tasks.
Late last year, with a newborn baby at home and a few small jobs which needed doing, the couple hired carpenter Ryan David Walker online.
Everything about his manner, it makes you think that he is a professional. Yeah, he told us he was QBCC licensed, had everything that he needed, and completely on us, I didn't think to check.
Months later, the work is not finished and the unlicensed builder hasn't been heard from since he took their deposit.
It's been incredibly frustrating with small children to have a house that's half pulled apart. You keep finding nails everywhere.
Then they got a bigger shock, discovering their builder is now in jail. Last month, Walker pleaded guilty in the Brisbane District Court to similar but unrelated fraud charges, admitting he'd created a fraudulent contract using a subcontractor's details. In that instance, he received more than $100,000 in progress payments for work he wasn't completing. While would-be renovators can check the credentials of their builder, the onus is on them to do so.
If it sounds too good to be true, then it is too good to be true. But consumers need to make sure that they shop around.
I do think there should be some more education on this.
As Queensland Police investigate, Leanne and Trent are still trying to get their money back, although they acknowledge that's unlikely. They've been told they aren't eligible for a home warranty insurance scheme run by the Queensland Building and Construction Commission and are exploring legal avenues instead.
The QBCC wouldn't comment on this case but says homeowners need a contract and should check the credentials of tradespeople before engaging their services. That's little relief for Leanne and Trent, stuck in a renovation they just can't close the door on.
And finally in sports, the highly anticipated second edition of the National Women's Rugby League competition, the Santos Cup, is officially set to kick off on August 2nd, 2025. The tournament will run for 7 weeks and culminate in an exciting grand final on September 14th, 2025.
Rebecca Paul, and this time...
Head of Pathway and Development for the Papua New Guinea Rugby Football League, Tony Archer, announced the dates for the NWRL competition this week. He indicated why fans should look forward to the competition, saying many talented young female athletes will showcase their skills and agility on the big stage.
Wonderful advertisement for our game, but most importantly, it allowed our female players to play in competition rugby league. We're looking forward to a really strong Santos Cup this year. The future for our female game in this country is bright. It'll continue to grow and adds a really good dimension to our game.
The Santos Cup will feature the 6 teams that participated in the inaugural season and include Port Moresby Vipers, Central Dabaris, Ley Tigers, Goroka Lahanis, Hagen Eagles and Rabaul Gurias. This year, the tournament promises to deliver more thrilling matches and memorable moments as the women athletes strive for glory in the revamped competition. With last year's inaugural grand final queens, the Goroka Lahanis preparing well to defend the cup this year. The grand final is set for September 14 and will coincide with the digital ExxonMobil Cup decider, making it a feast day for rugby league fans. And that has been the TV1 News update for today, Wednesday, 16th July 2025. Join us at 6 p.m. for more news and sports.